First of all, I'd like to say that this institution is more important than the 60 people in it. This institution will be here after we leave. We come and we go, and I've seen many of us come and many of us go, but this institution has to have its responsibility and what it stands for. We need to honor that, because without this institution, without its history, this arena is nothing. We have been very honored here today, and we must take this responsibility very, very seriously. Many of us become friends. Representative Kinnemer, Deb Boone, great friend. I have been able to co-chair with Brad Witt. We co-chaired when we were tied 30-30 on vets and emergency services, as well as we're the co-chair of the Sportsmen Caucus. I co-chaired with Representative Clem. I think Representative Jensen threw me to the wolves because he said, I don't think I can make that boy into a good chair at all. He was the dean of the House. Mike McLean is not only a good friend, but he's also a great leader. He's doing very, very well. Greg Barretto is the up-and-coming leader. I tip my hat to you, Greg. Hayden's the only person that I know of that if I ever get a toothache on Mount Everest and he has a pair of pliers, I want him there. And you do, of course, know that Reschke and Neerman are the only two people that say no on roll call. Caddy, class act. John Lively, a good man. Julie Parrish, very knowledgeable. Carla Pelosi, great lady. Ken Helm, pretty good for a guy that fishes and he doesn't stretch it too much. Paul Hovey has forgotten more about business and labor than most of us know. Chris Gorsick, well, Chris is Chris. Just love him to death. And we talk about people, and the one guy that I think has done an extraordinary job for us is Paul Evans as a chair. You know, Paul doesn't run the committee as a chair. He runs it as a committee. It's the only committee, I think, that has 4 Republicans and 4 Democrats. We've never had a dissenting vote. And Paul made a statement, if we had a dissenting vote, we wouldn't bring a bill forward. That's pretty astounding. Greg Smith is my go-to guy on the budget, always has been. Good friend. My best session was when we were tied 30-30. I was in the majority at one time, been in the minority a lot, but the 30-30 tie, it was something to marvel at. Why? Well, no one could say yes, but everyone could say no. With that comes responsibility. We had statesmanship, respect, and we worked across the aisle, and we worked well with one another, as people should. The things that I'm most proud of, I think, are the work we've done in the Veterans Committee. You know, those people go out, do their job, never ask for anything, but we owe them everything. If it wasn't for them, none of us would be able to stand on this floor and give your opinion. We owe them so much. I think the other thing I'm very proud of is when then Representative Dembro, which is now Senator Dembro, and I sponsored a bill and brought back tech schools back into the high schools. For some reason, we completely did away with that, which was just a horrible error. And we ignored 82% of the population because those are the people that don't graduate out of college. So now they're coming back, and I'm very pleased to say, if you want a great example, go to Salem here. Kaiser, they have a great, great system. And it's nice to see something that you've done a bill with come to fruition and see the kids working it. The other thing that I'm very proud of is our Sportsmen Caucus. When I got involved in that, there was 3 of us, Alan Brown, Wayne Krieger, and myself. And that's all we had, just 3 of us. Alan Brown didn't win his election, so he was gone, and Krieger was a grumpy old man. He still is, too. But we built that up where a lot of people don't realize that's the largest caucus in Salem. And we are the Oregon, what they call the Oregon model. Thanks to people like Sherry, Brad, Lou Frederick, Lithicum. We have built that into the model of the United States, believe it or not. We have called the best run caucus in the United States and the best caucus in the United States out of 48 states. We also won the Western Regional Award for that accomplishment. And Sherry glommed onto the award, and we can't see it, but it's in her office someplace. So if you get in there, take a peek, you'll see a knife. It's not from us slitting our wrists, because things don't go well. I'll leave you with one last thought. Stick by your principles. And remember this. If you prostitute your principles, you lose the very essence of your soul, and therefore you become nothing in this building. I respect your commitment, and I want to say goodbye. Good luck. God bless you. Oregon is in your hands.